surrounding yourself around the right people in life, or let's just talk about business. Surrounding yourself around the right people in business is key.
Right.
And, you know, I've always tried to do that myself. Obviously, James in his career has always tried to do that himself. But when it comes to, again, we'll talk about War Room, you know, we knew obviously what we get involved in. We're like, when we first looked at doing this, and we said, all right, should we go to these events, put the time and money into it? You know, when you start to hit certain levels, and we've talked about this in the past, when you get at business and you reach a certain level, it's much easier to get to the next level. And it's mainly because of, number one, you're making more money, and number two, you start to learn really what it takes to grow a business. And when you put yourself around the right people, it just really can catapult your business. But you got to be smart about it. You got to put the work in. This stuff doesn't just happen, right, because you got out of bed. I mean, you got to put the time and effort into it.
And a couple of things with the right people, if I could just interject real quick. See, with the right people, you have to understand something. Like Phil said, it's easier to have that success and continue that success when you surround yourself with the right people. And why is that? Because these people have already been where you want to go. See, we're in a group where there's companies in there that they said they do $1 billion a year. Think about that. We're small potatoes, but there are companies in there that do 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, etc. You get the point. So we're surrounding ourselves with people who have been there and done that, and then we're able to learn from them, and then we're also able to share our experience with you and with other people in that group. But like you're saying, we knew what we were getting into, and you're surrounding yourself with the right people. And you have to have that circle of influence to be able to benefit from that, and then we're sharing that with you, with the knowledge that we've been learning. So in this particular group, there's a top guy, one of the top people who's one of the, I guess, founders of this group. He's involved in 30 different businesses. He used to be an attorney, practicing M&A attorney, and he has a best friend that's attorney that he went to law school. So Phil and I actually had a sit down with him because, you know, he wanted to talk. We had some questions about some deals that we're working on. Now listen, somebody at that kind of a level, they probably charge like 500, 6, whatever.
You can't buy this stuff.
You can't buy this stuff per hour. It's just unaffordable. But they sat with us for like 40 minutes. Courtesy, not a charge, and they gave us their full advice, right?
Well, when you first sat down with the one guy,
oh right, yeah,
he actually said, you know what, let me text my friend who's actually a practicing attorney,
yeah.
And he brought him down, and that guy looked at this agreement that we had, and he basically went through the whole entire thing, and he wrote notes, he asked us questions, he wrote a lot of stuff down. And I'm just looking at him, I'm like, can you believe what's going on right now?
Right, yeah.
So I'm like, this is, if you want to, and God, you know, number one, you got to get the right attorney,
yeah.
Right? If you're going to go search for one yourself, one that knows how to do these deals, go pay their fees, you know, figure it out. Do they really know what they're talking about? But they knew, we already knew they knew everything.
Right.
And then they went that, and then they brought in a third guy.
That's right. Yeah.
And they said, you know what? Let me bring him in for this part. I'm like, are you kidding me? And they're just showing up.
Yeah.
Like, there's no like, oh, give me 2 hours. They're just like there.
And keep in mind, they just met us. Like, we don't know these guys for years. It's not like we're best buds with these guys. They just met us, and just because we're a part of this elite group, they're taking care of us. And that's what you're saying. Surround yourself with the right people.
Saved a lot of time and money figuring it out. Got good information. And then if we need to, we can just go back and ask them more questions.
Exactly.
I mean, we're going to be here tomorrow. But that's the key. So whatever position you're in, always say, all right, who do I want to be like? Right. Who is there? Let me learn from them. And you got to look at other things. A lot of people look at these things and say, oh, should I invest my money into whatever it is? Like us, invest our money into this. Or people looking to join my training. You know, if it doesn't even work out for you, it's okay. A lot of people think that, oh, if it doesn't work out for me, that's it, I'm done. I'm never doing anything ever again. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do. You just got to take what you can get out of it, and it's fine, because even if it costs you hundreds of dollars, $1,000 of dollars, the amount that you learn from it, because you're always going to learn something.
Right.
That's valuable, absolutely valuable. I didn't know they had buses in Beverly Hills. We saw a taxi
on Rodeo Drive.
We saw a taxi, like a Beverly Hills taxi company. I'm like, who drives it? Who gets a taxi in Beverly Hills? So anyway.
Okay.
So, but that's the point, right? You gotta put yourself around those people, and you also have to know that every time you invest money, even if it works out for you or not, there's plenty of things I put money into that I learned something from, and that helped me down the road.
Exactly.
So a lot of people freak out, like, oh my God, this isn't for me, or oh my God, I haven't made money, or whatever. But you learn stuff, right? Listen, I can't, force you to make money. I can't do everything for you. All I can do is give you the knowledge, and you have to do it. Just like here. No, they're just giving us knowledge.
Right.
They're putting these speakers up. The people are there. This guy that we talked to today, it's not like he came to us and said, you guys need anything.
Right.
We went out of our way, talked to him, reached out to him, said, hey, can you help with this? Right. Do you mind? He sat down. He went over everything. That still doesn't do any. I mean, it gives a lot of information, which is great, but we still have to take that now and go implement it, right?
Exactly.
So that's the key. And that's what people don't understand. Most people, they think that it's just like you press an easy button, right, and things just happen. No. You have to take the knowledge and you have to implement whatever you learn. And that's it. So whatever amount of money you spend, real quick, there's people out there spend $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 for colleges. If you spend a whole $1,000, you know what I mean, and you learned whatever you did, it's a way better deal than going to college and then having no job. At least you're putting it towards turning a business around and making a lot of money in business. But again, the people that don't get this, you're never going to make it to this level because you don't understand what it takes to be successful. You don't understand what it takes to make money, run a business. You don't get it. So if you're the person that understands, you're like, yeah, man, I get it. I'm ready to put the work in. I'm ready to figure out. I'm ready to learn from those people. Great. That's it. Like if you were smart, you go invest in every top earner in whatever space you're looking for. I spent a lot of money on learning from people in the space. I know I'm not going to do their business. People I buy stuff from, right? I buy their training. But I don't want to do their business. I just learn whatever I can from it. Do you think that guy sat around saying, oh man, how do I invest money, or I'm not going to go spend the money, $1,000 to learn anything? You kidding me? That guy busts his ass, I'm sure, unless he's one of those trust fund babies. But anyway, most likely they're not, because most people actually have to earn their money. But what do you think that person just did, the guy that just drove by? Do you think he sits on his ass every day and wishes? No. He probably works 12 hours a day. He probably just got off work.
Right, yeah.
He's probably driving home right now, you know what I mean? At 10 o'clock at night. Right? That's the thing, right? You got to put the time and effort in, and you got to be smart about it, and you have to learn the mindset on how to actually run a business, learn, and do all this stuff. Because if you don't have that, it's impossible. Same thing with building a house. You want to build a house, what do? You go learn how to build a house first. You don't just sit around and say, oh, I want this house to build itself, right? You just figure it out. But you learn how to build a house, then you go build it. So learn how to build a business, then go build it. And that's the way with everything. Just got to do it.